You've done it. You've built something amazing. Your business is working, customers love it, but let's be honest, you're trapped, aren't you? You've become the bottleneck. Every single decision, every little problem, it all runs through you. And it's draining your time, your money, and your energy. But what if there was a way out? A blueprint to turn that successful but super stressful business into a real, scalable empire, one that grows without you having to do everything? Well, that's exactly what we're going to map out today. Take a look at this. Does that tangled mess on the left, does that feel a little too familiar? That's the founder's trap. So many of us end up there. But that clean, organized structure on the right, that's the franchise model. And it's more than just a different chart. It's your escape plan. And we're going to start building it piece by piece right now. Escaping this trap, it all starts with a major shift in how you think. You have to stop focusing on opening the next location yourself. Instead, you need to start thinking like Ray Kroc did with McDonald's or what the founders of Subway figured out. They realized their real product wasn't hamburgers or sandwiches. No, it was the system for making and selling them. A system so good, so bulletproof, that other people would actually pay them for the chance to use it, to build an empire for them, one location at a time. Now, franchising sounds like the dream. I get it. But, and this is a big but, it is not a magic fix for every single business out there. So the real question isn't if you should franchise, it's whether your business is actually ready for it. It's time for a little reality check. So, let's put your business to the test, shall we? Think of what's coming up next as a kind of diagnostic, a quick gut check, to see if your business has the right DNA to be copied successfully over and over again. Let's find out if you're sitting on what we call franchise gold. Okay, these are the 4 pillars, the non-negotiables. This is the acid test. So ask yourself and be honest. First, can your business run, and I mean really thrive, if you took a 2-week vacation, no phone, no emails? Second, is your model simple enough that you could teach it to a motivated newcomer? Third, is what you do going to be loved in another city, another state? And finally, is it profitable enough to support you and a franchisee? If you get a no on any of these, you're not ready. Not yet anyway. And now let's look at the flip side, the things that will absolutely kill a franchise before it starts. If your success is all about your personal charm, that's the cult of personality, or you just got lucky with a once-in-a-million spot, you can't replicate that. It's impossible. Think about Maria's Bakery. Her incredible talent was the bottleneck. It took her 2 years to turn her personal skills into simple, documented procedures that anyone could follow. See the key? She didn't franchise her talent, she franchised her system, and that's how she scaled to 23 locations. All right, so let's say you've passed the franchise goal test. Awesome. Now the real work begins, because a brilliant idea is pretty much worthless without a bulletproof legal and operational blueprint to back it up. This is where we build the actual foundation for your empire. Let me be crystal clear here. You cannot, I repeat, cannot cut corners on this stuff. It's not the sexy part of the business, but it is absolutely the most critical foundation. You've got to have that dual entity structure to protect your original business, and you must follow that compliance pipeline to the letter. Just ask a guy named Mark, brilliant entrepreneur, lost 6 months and 40 grand trying to do it fast and cheap. It almost cratered his entire dream before it even got off the ground. Think you can just rush the legal paperwork? This number is exactly why you don't. That is the potential fine per single violation for not giving a potential franchisee your legal disclosure document a full 14 days before they sign anything or pay you a single dime. The federal government does not play around with this. And this is what you could be looking at in legal damages if you get a little too casual with earnings claims. You can't just tell a prospect, oh yeah, you're going to make a ton of money. No way. Every single financial projection you make has to be backed up with hard evidence and documented perfectly in your legal filings. If you don't, you're risking a lawsuit that could sink the whole ship. So once that legal foundation is solid, your strategy is not to just launch everywhere at once. That's a rookie mistake. You got to start smart, following a tiered rollout like this. You start in what we call launchpad states. Think Georgia or Tennessee, where the rules are a little simpler. Use those first few locations to prove your system works and get some success stories. Then you move to expansion states. And only after you've built up momentum and cash do you even think about tackling the really complex, expensive fortress states like California or New York. Remember that huge mindset shift we talked about? You're not selling a product anymore. You are selling a system. And that system, your standard operating procedures or SOPs, That is the engine of your entire franchise. It has to be so perfectly documented that a total stranger can pick up your playbook and get the exact same result every single time. It's a nonstop loop. Document it, break it down, test it, and then refine it. And look, in this day and age, your system runs on technology. A fully integrated tech stack like this isn't an option anymore. It's the central nervous system of your whole operation. You need a solid point-of-sale system at the bottom, a reporting layer so you can see what's happening in real time everywhere, and a communication platform to keep everybody on the same page. This is how you make sure quality stays high, even when you're 1,000 miles away. Okay, you've got the legal structure down, you've built the operating system, the machine is ready to go. But a machine is just a hunk of metal without the right person running it. So now we pivot from systems to people. It's time to go out and find the champions who are going to carry your brand's torch into new territories. This right here might be the single most important shift in thinking you'll ever make. You are not hiring employees. An employee shows up, does tasks, and gets a paycheck. You are recruiting business owners. Champions. These are people who have put their own life savings on the line. They don't just care about checking off a to-do list. They obsess over the final outcome because every dollar they spend is their own. And you don't just find these champions, you build them. You invest in them through a systematic journey. Phase 1 is all about building the foundation at your headquarters. They learn your system inside and out. Then Phase 2 is implementation. Your team goes on-site with them to their new location and coaches them through the grand opening. And Phase 3 is long-term optimization. That's your ongoing promise to help them grow and succeed for years to come. So what does this perfect franchisee, this all-star, actually look like? Well, yeah, they need to have the money, that's a given. But the real gold is in this evaluation rubric. And look what's number 1. Coachability. Do they actually listen and learn, or do they think they know better than you? And you have to beware the experience trap. Sometimes the industry veteran who wants to come in and reinvent your proven system is a way bigger risk than the passionate rookie who's just excited to follow your playbook. Finding these amazing people isn't about luck. It's about having a disciplined pipeline. First, you attract a wide pool of candidates. Then you use a multi-stage filter, an online application, a phone screen, a discovery day, to narrow that field down. And finally, you have verification. This is your brand's shield. Reference checks, credit reports, background checks. It's a tough process for a reason. It protects your entire system from a bad fit. And all of that brings us here, to the final transformation. We've gone from the founder's trap to building the legal blueprint, from engineering systems to finding true champions. So now, let's see how all these pieces come together to create a real empire. This cycle right here is the entire journey on one page. Year 1 is all about obsession, getting those first 1 to 5 units absolutely perfect to prove the system works. Years 2 and 3, that's when you master managing from a distance as you expand in your region. And by year 4 and beyond, you're a national brand focused on high-level strategy and consistency. It's a continuous loop of executing, refining, and growing that builds your empire. So, this is the final, fundamental truth. To escape the trap and to build an empire, you have to see your business in a totally new way. It's no longer just a location. It's not a bakery. It's not a shop. It is a system. A powerful, replicable, scalable system. Build that system the right way, and your empire awaits.